There we go. The mic wasn't connected for some reason. Anyway, we are live. I know I had the stream scheduled for 9 p.m., but I did make a community post this time because I knew I would be late. So I told people ahead of time. But yeah. Yeah, I was doing grocery shopping. Alright, so yeah, let's see what Pokemon we're playing Red and Blue. And this will definitely be a quicker stream, unless we get like a Pidgey or something. Alright, first of all, let's take a quick look at the tier list. Let's see. Here we are. Alright, here's everything we've played in red versions so far. I went ahead and added these Pokemon down here in the impossible tier. And this Weedle right here, it's kind of hard to see, but it's actually a cross-generation Weedle, just so I can say I've added it to the leaderboard. It's hard to tell, but there's a picture of a link cable right here. Yeah, hopefully we get something good. Shadow, thanks for being a member for 1 year. Appreciate the support. Alright, who are we playing? Beedrill. I don't think we've played Beedrill, have we? No, we haven't. You know, it's convenient. I have to play Beedrill and Moon pretty soon. I'm trying to get all the Kanto Pokemon done by the end of the year. Alright, let's... At least in Generation 1, we get Swords Dance. Dominic, please. I want you to knock that off, okay? Alright, let's see. Beedrill. In Generation 1. Fury Attack. Fury Attack again. Focus Energy, Twin Needle, Rage, Pin Missile, Agility. But yeah, this thing is essentially going to be like... I mean, we're definitely going to want Mega Drain for Giovanni. We're going to want it for Blue's Rhydon for sure. We don't get Body Slam. It might have to be like Swords Dance, Swift, Twin Needle. I mean, Swords Dance, Twin Needle is still decent. Bug offensively is pretty good in Gen 1. We have not played Mega Beedrill yet. I think there are plans on it. Yeah, I think Swords Dance, Swift, Mega Drain, and Pin Missile. I think Agility is going to be kind of pointless. We're going to outspeed almost every key threat anyway. Yeah, so normally in Red and Blue, the one thing I like to look at is what level can we arrive at the champion at to where we don't level up before the Rhydon. But then again, that's only if like we're using Agility as our badge boosting move. I'm quite confident we're going to outspeed pretty much everything in the game except for like Lance's Dragonite. I think we will be able to outspeed Pidgeot. Oh, I already did play it? Oh, never mind. I don't think it'll matter though, because we're using we're using Swords Dance. If we're using Swords Dance, you really don't have to worry about mid-battle level ups ruining it unless you need the speed. But we can actually take a quick look at where would it be? Alright. I'm just going to put a test Beedrill here. Let's assume we're level 65. Perfect stats. And for stat XP... I don't know. Let's see. Let's do vitamin threshold. Vitamin threshold is 2,560. Or no, that's one vitamin. It's 25,600. That's a vitamin threshold. Yeah, Twin Needle, Swift, Swords Dance, and Mega Drain. Alright, so yeah, against like Blue's Pidgeot, for example, like it'd be against this thing we would have to set up. But looking at our speed, we would not be able to outspeed the Alakazam. Oh wait, 166. Yeah, we will outspeed at vitamin threshold, so probably buy like a couple Carbos. But yeah, Blue's Pidgeot's pretty dumb. Like if it uses Sky Attack, we'll just knock it out right away with Swift, but what we can do is Swords Dance turn 1, and then we'll essentially need to use all our Swords Dance. I think we're only dead if it uses Sky Attack. Then we can use Swift for the one-shot, Twin Needle on Alakazam, or Swift, and then Mega Drain, unfortunately, does less than half, but his Rhydon is so utterly pathetic, we can just use it as a free potion. You can also crouch horse by fighting a horde of Hoopa Unbound. The Hoopa Unbound. Weird. Alright, and then Exeggutor, Twin Needle, Gyarados, it'd be Swift. Yeah, we're really... Actually, we're missing out on pretty bad ranges here. Yeah, level 65. 90 to 107%. So I think we might want level 70. Yeah, we're going to want level 70 for the champion. But yeah, we really don't have to worry about mid-battle level ups just because of Swords Dance. If we did have to worry about it, then I would open up the RBY XP router to see what level we would need. Alright, so I'd say we can get started now. Gym Leader Matt did a Beedrill run like 1 year ago, and it took 3 hours at level 62 to clear it. Maybe he combined it with agility as well? I mean, then again, we could probably swap out Swift for Double Edge. But then again, we would have to Double Edge the Pidgeot, and then Double Edge Gyarados, and Double Edge Charizard. His final moveset was Twin Needle, Swords Dance, Double Edge, and Mega Drain. Okay, so the difference is he's going Double Edge instead of Swift. Maybe I'm just being overly cautious. I think, yeah, you know what? Yeah, Double Edge combined with Mega Drain is pretty good. So yeah, we'll do that moveset. Alright, let me just boot up the game. Alright, well, I guess let's take a look at the tier list and see where we think this will end up. Let's see, Bug, Poison. Oh wait, I need Beedrill's crit chance. 14.64% chance. That's not the leaderboard. Alright, so where this could end up. I'm thinking this isn't going to be Moltres. I think this will be worse than Moltres. Because Moltres had to do a lot of Fire Spin. I think this... But then again, Raichu had to use Struggle on Brock. I think this will end up in the E tier, most likely. I'm thinking 1 hour to 115. That's my guess. Yeah, maybe level 70 isn't necessary if we use Double Edge with Mega Drain. So I think I'll start the league at level... probably level 60. Yeah, seems right. One day someone who watched Speed's Ditto will be able to complete where it left off. Not without a... That's a tool-assisted kind of, unlikely. You need tons of things. Like, you're talking, like, rarer than a shiny. That's how bad it is. Bruno tier? This is not going to be Bruno tier. No. Alright, I'm going to leave Beedrill's moveset here for reference. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, what level will we need for Brock? It's kind of a hard thing to say. Because the thing is, like, Fury attack on average is only going to do, like, maybe 1 point of damage per hit. What Beedrill essentially needs is crits. Level 18? I would hope not. Does anyone want to look at... Let's see, I don't think Scott has played this in Red and Blue. I know he's done it in Yellow version, but Yellow has a way easier Brock fight. Does anyone want to tell me what level Gym Leader Matt or J-Rose beat Brock at? Either him or J-Rose. J-Rose needed level 16. That does kind of tell me 15 would probably work out. Blackout Train? I will most likely attempt Blackout Training, yes. I might need this. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip all these bug catchers here and just do immediate blackout training on the junior trainer until I eventually win. Gen 1 Weedle's back sprite's creepy. I don't know, I think it's accurate. I do kind of wonder if it would be more productive to train in the wild and then beat this guy with struggle. But I don't think so. Okay, yeah, that's not working. Okay. Worth a shot. I think that's just a little too low. I don't know. I think I just overestimated Diglett's low HP stat. I wonder if this guy's would be better to blackout train on. Probably not. Yeah, I think I do need to fight these guys first. Steve M plays did Brock at level 20. Yeah, that's way too high. Hey, you know what? At least Struggle's gonna make knocking these guys out faster. I'm gonna use a potion and then use Struggle on the junior trainer. Lame attack. Yeah. Nice. Alright, I think now we're at the point where we can sort of reliably knock out the Diglett. You know, Fury Attack felt so much better on a Spearow. And I think the reason for that is because Spearow got the same type attack bonus. Alright, so we're just going to keep doing this until we win. Dang, okay, that was quick. You know, I did eventually say that at some point I would give Abra and Red and Blue a proper ranking, but honestly, I kind of don't want to. Also, I think with how bad our attacks are, I think it might actually be better to train in this grass. This grass has a higher encounter rate, but the problem is the Pokemon here give less experience. I think I just want to fight here because the bugs in the forest are going to be pretty hard to knock out because of Harden. Well, it's because, like, after my initial failed Abra stream that I've unlisted, although it's still in my red playlist if you guys want to see it. Like, I gave up at Brock after 2 hours with like hundreds of resets because I was attempting him at too low of a level. But the problem is, like, getting one level from starting at level 15 was just way too much time investment. But myself, Zealous Pawn, and a bunch of other people in Scott's server, we all determined that the best level to take on Brock with a risk versus reward versus time investment scenario, I believe was level... I don't exactly remember what the level was, but there was a lot of debate around it. But I just really don't want to do it. Because I would have to do another 2-hour Brock split again. And I really don't want to do that. Probably not even worth doing. Yeah. Kinda agree with that. I mean, the discussion's been made. I'll let Zealous Pawn do it. I'd rather do Ditto in Moon. Which may or may not happen. Scott wanting to burn Parasect into the ground. Hey, good things came out of that Parasect race. The RBY XP Rooter came out of that race. It's the second worst Pokemon that can beat the game. Yeah, I think the worst Pokemon that can is Ditto. Yeah, Ditto. It's not even close. Like, Ditto actually can beat the game. It's possible. One potion. We're out of potions, so now we just have to do the grinding like normal. I mean, Abra actually has to do the training here. Because what you essentially wanted to do to gain levels is, you would stay in this grass right here, use up all of your teleports, then you would go to the junior trainer in Brock's gym, you struggle, you have to save before him in case you accidentally win, and you just knock out the Diglett, and then have Sandshrew knock you out. Then you get a little bit of experience, then you got to get struggle again. That's how you gain levels. Yeah, I think level 15 would probably be preferable. I think, yeah, I'll do Brock at level 15, but if I beat his Geodude but lose to the Onix, I'll accept the Blackout. Yeah, it would be kind of interesting, like how an Imposter Ditto would work. Because it would transform right away, but it does come at the cost of, struggle strats essentially aren't a thing, but in the same generation Imposter Ditto was introduced, struggle was changed to heavily nerf it, where it does a quarter of your max HP and recoil, so it's not even a good move anyway. Medium fast really ruins it. What ruins it is it starts with Fury Attack. Butterfree started with Confusion. And again, I'm not sure there's any good move Beedrill could start with. Funnily enough, it's probably one of the better moves it could have started with now that I think about it, because each hit has each hit could, well, no, not each hit could crit. There's a chance you could do like a four critical hit Fury Attack, and it becomes one of your more powerful moves. Just a little upset I beat the Diglett way too soon. It gets Hyper Beam. Yeah, but the problem is that takes like 5 minutes to buy from the game corner. I'm not even kidding. It costs 7,500 coins, and you can only buy 50 at a time. It's never worth it. No Pokemon wants it. I think there was argument around potentially Golbat benefiting from it, but the problem is it takes way too much time to get. In 5 minutes, you could have like 20 resets by using a luck-based strat. Plus, that doesn't count all the time it takes to get the money. 7,500 coins is a lot of money. Dude, come on. Where's 15? There we go. Also, you see my, in the bottom left, my stats, you see those 9s? That's how many vitamins I can use in each stat. You see the speed, HP, attack, and defense are all at 9. Those Pokemon give really decent speed stat XP. Anyway, Geodude here, very bad. You essentially just have to get crits. Believe it or not, Onix is actually going to be easier. Sort of. The problem is with Onix, if it uses Bide, you have to attack into it, but whenever you hit a Pokemon with Fury Attack using Bide, it only counts one of the hits. It only counts the first hit, so it doesn't really bide for that much. Hold. Yeah, we're definitely going to run out of Fury Attacks. Let's go. First try. First try Brock, level 15. That went pretty good, I'd say. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't get Mega Punch, we don't get Water Gun. Our next move is at level 20 with Twin Needle. Believe it or not, Twin Needle is actually better than Pin Missile. Focus Energy. Oh yay, the worst move in the game. For those who don't know, in Generation 1, instead of quadrupling your crit rate, it actually quartered it. The only Pokemon that actually seriously benefits from it is Scyther, because it gets Swords Dance, but its best physical move is Slash. So you would do is Swords Dance Focus Energy to prevent Slash from critting, then you would use Slash. Because in this game, that might be helpful. In this game, critical hits ignore all stat changes, because it uses the stats from the Pokemon, it's from your party, like your team of 6. It actually pulls critical hits from those stats, because it's meant to prevent, like the opponent using Defense Curl, but it ends up preventing, like, your Swords Dances from taking into account. It's just the raw, unedited stats. Oh, if it had started with Twin Needle, this would probably be a B tier Pokemon. Not A tier, but definitely B tier. Ooh, Spearow. Nice. Perfect. That actually could have gone pretty bad. Yeah, Misty will be smooth with Twin Needle. I just need to get to it, though. I'm actually going to fight some trainers, though, because the final trainer at the end has a bunch of poison types. I'm probably not going to get Twin Needle by then, but I want Twin Needle before Rival 2, no matter what. So I'm going to fight some trainers. You know what's funny? Since we actually don't need a high level for the end game, I could theoretically use the Mount Moon candy right now. I think as soon as I get level 19, I'm going to use my rare candy to get level 20. Man, I still haven't found a Paris yet. There we go. Oh, wow, that was close. Dude, I really hate Paris. One of my least favorite things about doing Pokemon Red solo runs is the freaking Paris. Like, I have thought of switching to Blue version just for the Sandshrew, because Sandshrew is a good alternative, and it has a better catch rate. But Pokemon Blue isn't as good in the thumbnails. Uh-oh. 328. Alright, yeah, this is going to have to suck, but I didn't have a healing item. I only had 3 Fury attacks left. I had to do it. I am going to defeat random Zubats I come across, though. No potions. Yeah, I used them all. I mean, honestly, the potions wouldn't have been enough either. I only had 3 Fury attacks left. Oh, I should have gotten the Ether. Whoops. I didn't think about that. Doesn't matter. Yeah, being a net negative. Hey, yeah, Twin Needle in Gen 1 is actually very good because of the fact that Poison was weak to Bug, which made no sense. Yep, no point in fighting Misty now, so just do the rival. Unfortunately, Twin Needle's not that good on Pidgeotto, but it's probably our best move just because of Stab. Okay, now I'm using Bide. You know what? Because of the sand attacks, I'm just going to risk it and go for Bide. Yep, that wasn't going to work out. Yeah, Fury Attack might actually be better. Oh yeah, Fury Attack's better. Hey, Talene. Slash was probably the best move in the game in Gen 1. Little disagreement there. Yes, auto-critting with some Pokemon was fun, but the problem is, it is only 70 power in the end. I think the best move in Generation 1 was Body Slam. It's 85 power, a lot of Pokemon got it, and a 30% chance to paralyze as well. The move was so good. Like, in Gen 1 competitive, most Pokemon ran Body Slam. Because here's the main problem with Slash was you couldn't utilize it with moves like Swords Dance, but Body Slam you could. It was definitely at its prime in Gen 1 for sure, but I don't think it was the best move. Oh, Twin Needle does have a poison chance in Gen 1. I didn't know if that was a Gen 2 thing. Man, it feels like we're actually playing a Pokemon now. Oh my gosh. Oh, you know one other good bright side about Beedrill? We can't get poisoned. Because on this route, I always fear just these random Nidorans or Weedles just poisoning me and I have to go to the center. Thankfully, I won't have to worry about that. I need to go heal. Oh yeah, and Twin Needle's good for the rock types too. Sadly, we don't really get any other good moves by level up. We do get Rage, which you may think, hey, you can use Rage to build up your attack stat. That's not how it works in Gen 1. In Gen 1, when you use Rage, you're permanently locked into it until you die. There's literally nothing you can do. There could be a very niche scenario with specific fights where Rage is actually a good thing. One day you'll be able to stop and join Team Rocket. I've heard people say Scalpers are like the real-life Team Rocket, which kind of makes sense. Have you guys ever seen those pictures or IRL, like actual Pokemon card vending machines? They would have them at like Kroger stores and outside of other like major like retailers. They're actually discontinuing those. A lot of stores are actually telling the company they don't want to have the machines anymore because the fights that grown-ass men would break out into, the fights were so bad it was actually posing a threat to customers, especially with like people camping in front of it, preventing people from like getting stuff and like actual fights breaking out. So there's a high chance that those aren't going to exist anymore. But dude, this ain't Gen 2. What am I doing? Oh yeah, Generation 2 Rage is good. Because, like, on Bugsy, for example, you could use Rage. You could build up your Rage on, like, Bugsy's Metapod's Tackle, and you can use it for Bugsy. And it was just really good. You know, I had a feeling that would happen. Oh my god, dude. I'm so used to having potions at this point that I just keep forgetting I don't have them. Oh yeah, it was good for Whitney because you could stack it up on the Clefairy. But actually, I think this was a thing in Generation 3. Rage, once Rage boosted your attack stat, it actually never went away. So theoretically, you could use Rage, get an attack boost, then use a different move. You could actually use Rage as a pseudo Swords Dance. But sadly, it doesn't work that way in this game. I just taught it just because it's better than Focus Energy. Focus Energy is the worst move in Gen 1, and it's not even close. Beedrill? Why'd you say it like that? Alright, we don't get Body Slam. I don't think I'm going to want Rest. Am I going to want Rest for anything? Honestly, I don't think so. Actually, I wonder if... No. I was going to use Rage here, but there's actually a very interesting glitch with Rage and Sand Attack in this game. If... I had a feeling that would happen. Oh yeah, so here's an interesting glitch. If, while you're locked into using Rage, if the opponent hits you with Sand Attack, causes you to miss one of those Rages, every other Rage from there on out will miss. Every single one. It's kind of why I was like, you know what? Maybe I should just use Rage on these birds. No, you do not. If those birds get off 2 Sand Attacks, every single one of your Rages will miss. You will never hit it ever again. It's not an exaggeration. It's an actual glitch. So yeah, I never want to use Rage on targets with Sand Attack. I think this one I might actually use. Yeah, this is normally when I bought super potions. I'm gonna get some extra super potions with this thing. Would you do a rage-only run? No. That's literally impossible. Rage can be good against the Giovanni fight in Sylph? We'll have Swords Dance by then. Unless we do Swords Dance into Rage, maybe. You've got to be kidding. Oh my god. That was a lucky crit. I was gonna black out. That full restore is very good if that guy burns you. Another place that's good is if the second trainer in Rock Tunnel paralyzes you. Yeah, ghost types. Do you ever use Bide? Bide can be useful for a few things. One of the main advantages of Bide is Bide actually skips accuracy checks. So Sand Attack actually does not affect it at all. Oh, I didn't sell it, because as soon as I beat Brock, my only attack was still Fury Attack. I mean, Bide's at least better than Fury Attack. Okay, I don't think it's worth using Bide on Pidgeotto. While it can still hit through Sand Attack, it's not worth opening myself up to Sand Attacks. This thing still sucks. Oh, I sold Bubble Beam. I didn't sell Bide, I taught that. You know, actually, this fight, I might use Rage. No, Twin Needle. Getting Swift and Double Edge can't be soon enough. Funnily enough, we're going to get them at roughly the same time. Honestly, I might just skip Swift entirely. Because, I mean, Twin Needle is better than Swift. So if I'm going to have a normal move, may as well just have it be Double Edge. Yeah, just save before the Surge puzzle. Yeah. Good times. I mean, I guess in Heart Gold Soul Silver, I use save states for that trash puzzle, because it's literally impossible to solve it ahead of time. You actually can't. If you leave Surge's gym, the flag gets reset. In Fire Red, in my save file, I actually use the PK Hex software to check the flag for Surge's trash can puzzle to be on permanently. In Gen 1, I can just set it within Pokebite. So yeah, I don't have to save for his puzzle anymore, but in Heart Gold, I do save state it. So like, I'll find the first one, and then I'll save state, and then get the second one. But yeah, the junior trainer up ahead with the Bulbasaur and the Oddish, this is one of the trainers you would want the full restore for, just in case she paralyzed you. Oh, there actually is an interesting thing you could do with Bide here. If you were to use Bide, and one of the Geodudes used Self-Destruct, I'm gonna get rid of Bide. The damage will carry on to the next Geodude. I just taught Pin Missile for extra PP. You know what? I'm gonna get Swift just for this guy with the fire types. I don't feel comfortable taking him on with pure Fury Attack. I'm gonna fight this guy for the experience. since I'm going to be getting Double Edge, I'm going to come here first. So that way I can also get some high money items, because I'm going to want to buy some Carbos. I'd rather move to the overlay manually. Dude, shut up. Dude, I remember when Steve's overlay was updating text files and was always like 5 seconds behind. Dude, I remember when it was called Game Hook. I'm more worried about attack. I wouldn't. We get Swords Dance. I'm also going to get Mimic as well. Pain and suffering, that man has put me through with his overlay. Yeah. You don't need to remind me, dude. You literally quit talking to us for a year over it. Alright, that's all of it. Alright, so I need 3 Carbos. Yeah, 3 Carbos. Your most damaging move that isn't recoil is Twin Needle. You'll need some fresh water. Dude, you're right. I'm sorry. I forgot to buy the second one. Dude, I would have been screwed if you didn't show up. Yeah, thanks. That would have been very embarrassing. I mean, it's still embarrassing that I have to come back here. Whoops. Dude, it is annoying how often, when I would sell stuff there, I forget to buy the second water. Or at least Twin Needle is neutral on the ghosts. Oh yeah, when you said your most damaging move that isn't deal recoil is Twin Needle, since Twin Needle hits twice, it's effectively a 75 power move, which I get isn't the best, but with how many poison types are in this game, it's still decent. Also, as soon as the tower's done, I can go get Swords Dance. I'm gonna get Swords Dance immediately. I think Swords Dance, then go do Erica. No, it's funny, I remembered the second Pokédoll at least. I missed the item randomizer runs. Yeah, Steve, Ike, and I need to do another archipelago at some point, but I don't know, the backports are just more fun. Be glad you have a bug move due to all the poison types. No, there's also pin missile. And string shot. And that's it. Agility. Better than pin missile. I'm gonna teach Swords Dance in the place of Swift. The move is exclusive to Beedrill. I think Jolteon gets... Jolteon gets Pin Missile. Yeah, I think Twin Needle is exclusive to Beedrill, yeah. I think I'm gonna fight these two trainers as well for the XP. Oh, Mega Drain. I don't think we're gonna teach that yet. We're not gonna really need Mega Drain until... I don't know when. I mean, I know we'll need it in the league for sure. But I think for now I can just hold on to, Agility. I'm gonna save the PP ups for Mega Drain. In game dev, it's not really something I care much about. Because I don't understand any of that. 2 vitamin of the... No. Vitamin is plural. Vitamin of the day. What do we need agility for? Probably Sabrina. I think even with Koga's badge boost, I don't think we're going to outspeed the Alakazam. How's the bee? Once it got access to Twin Needle, it started doing pretty good. Yeah, it took to level 20, unfortunately. That poison gas. Oh yeah, I still need to get my red and blue overlay fixed. Because my red and blue overlay, when the badge boost affects my speed, it only shows it in battle. It doesn't show it in the overworld, which really irritates me. I might just... Hey, MVF, could I hand... Can, after the stream, could I hand you my overlay? And, could I have you change it slightly to where the, the badge boosts that I get from the badges will show up in the overworld. Because right now, like, my stats in the bottom left go back and forth between in battle and regular stats, whether I'm in the battle or in the overworld, which I don't like. I want it to be... I just want them to always have the badge boost applied when in the overworld. Oh my god, Koga. You killed the hardware? Nice. You created your own kill switch. This the first run? Yeah, I only really ever do one playthrough. Unless it's like a race or something. Yeah, the code is already there for C, so it's probably... Yeah, I think it is for you, like, a 30-second fix. It's just the reason I can't fix it myself is because Scott types his code differently than me. Like, I struggle reading someone else's code. You have no idea how hard it was for me to learn how Game Dev's original overlay worked. It was a lot of experimentation until we figured it out. Why did I pick that up? The Canadian code. Alright, I think I should do some Sylph training, though. The reason I want to do some Sylph training is because... Oh, that was a Gen 1 miss. I think Scott's only doing 2 videos a week for Platinum. Because I think he said in that previous Platinum run, he wants to finish his initial Platinum series by the end of the year. So he can do, like, you know, play them like actual solo runs. Yeah, I'm gonna want level 60 at the start of the league. Obviously, if I just skip trainers, then I'm gonna be nowhere close to that. I'm just gonna fight the good trainers. I know he wants to finish Fire Red as well. Yeah, I'm of the opinion that... I think that whole, like, initial playthrough series Scott did, I'm not really too fond of it. Like, I think the way he plays those other games, he should have just done that from the very start. That's just my opinion. I feel like artificially restricting yourself with quote-unquote first playthrough rules, you're not really, like, getting the true experience. That's just my opinion. It does make it interesting in Heart Gold, though, when you see that some evolution lines are just straight up impossible. I don't know. I feel like for Heart Gold, it actually works out because of the level curve. I don't know. That's just me. It's nice with those other series, like seeing second optimized playthroughs. Even if he played it with evolution lines, he should have, like, given it a second playthrough, you know? He could have learned the game faster, but that's just my opinion. Uh-oh. You were surprised I did Charizard, or were you surprised by how the run went? Trust me though, once we are done with the starters, the rest of the Moon videos are going to be versus races. The first one's going to be Butterfree versus Beedrill. You're going to want to see it. I haven't done the runs yet, but I know what they're going to be like. We're still trying to plan around Beedrill. Gabe Dev, thanks for becoming a member. Weren't you already a member? You must have let your membership expire. How the run went. Yeah, it was really surprising for me too. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to go well. Oh, you don't do auto renewal? I have all my memberships auto renew. Okay. Alright, no crit this time. I think the reason I died that last time was because of the crit. Like, if I didn't get crit, I would have just used Double Edge on the Charizard. See? You didn't have money in that account they were tied to? Broke. I'm gonna save here. Butterfree and Beedrill are going to be awful. Over levels 5 and 1. I mean, just the fact that we have to be over level 75 is also really bad. But you don't need to spoil too much further. Yeah, we don't have the complete plans yet. I literally spent 3,000 on hardware. What, buying a single stick of RAM? But yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to need to use 1 agility. The Alakazam, I think, has 115 speed. Great. Special drop. You know that special drop actually... Never mind. Badge boosts are gone. Hey, got red bar, though. Alright, Lapras needs Surf first. Then Strength. Oh, no, it doesn't. That was Squirtle. Whoops. Foster Ditto running Moon. Yes, it will be coming. It's not going to be until December, though. I'm not doing a daily December, but a decent chunk of the Moon runs are going to be in December. I don't know if it'll be possible yet. N1, I do not want you planning that out right now. I kind of want to do that run blind. Funnily enough, with Imposter Ditto, the only EVs that are going to matter is actually your HP. Nothing else matters. Actually, the only reason your speed EV would matter is if, No, it wouldn't matter, actually. Who are you talking about? Imposter Ditto in Pokemon Moon. I was saying I don't want you to plan that. Because the video will be uploaded sometime in December. Oh, 2 HP left. Let's go. How could I even route that? Yeah, I don't want you to. I mean, dude, Axew would find a way. If he even liked Sun and Moon. I'm trying to think, when do I teach Mega Drain? But at the same time, I kind of want Mega Drain to go with Double Edge. I mean, Agility at this point is just straight up useless. Unless I want it for Lance. Oh. Why did I do that? Wait, what? Oh my god. Wait, what? Did I seriously walk out of Giovanni's gym trying to reset the positions and I just went... Oh my god, I am so bad. Nobody mentioned this. You all saw nothing. Oh yeah, I would 100% get leftovers with that thing. Saw everything. No, you didn't. Dude, Beedrill's time is going to be bad for other reasons. Reset. I'm going to teach Mega Drain now. Alright, I'm going to use my candies here to get 58, get level 59 from the rival, and a trainer in Victory Road if needed. Then I'll get my final candy to get level 60. Ooh, 59. Perfect. Oops. Y'all saw nothing. I did not lose to the final boss ledge. But yeah, I just have to get the rare candy inside Victory Road. Yes, you did. No, I didn't. Dang it, game dev. I was hoping you wouldn't see that first one either. Flag boulder. Funnily enough, this might actually get a better time than I thought, either way. Oh, good news on my ROM hack. MVF was able to fix the 2 major bugs with it, so I'm gonna have to give it another playtest, and I think the ROM hack will be very close to a release pretty soon. Alright, let's do this. Oh, it's gonna use rest. Really? Don't crit. Dang, that thing survives a +6 Twin Needle. That's impressive. I think I need to double edge this. Yep. Now, I know people like to make fun of this guy. He might be a little annoying to... Actually, probably not, no. I mean, the fighting types do resist bug moves, but I can just use double edge. Can I delete the stream? Can I just delete this? Why didn't I just use Mega Drain? Yes, you should. Yeah, I need to delete this stream from the internet. I just Gen 1 missed Mega Drain. But still, even though that Hiker is totally very easy, I still like to save for him. In case somebody disguises himself as the Hiker, and it turns out it's not the Hiker, but is actually Bruno. I think Bruno snuck into the Elite Four today. He's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be an average run-of-the-mill Hiker. Now do Mega Beedrill? I've already done it in Crystal. Dang, I got some good badge boosts with that. Double edge. Yeah, double edge. I think Mega Drain? No. Yeah, Mega Drain. Oh wow, that did nothing. Yeah, Lance is going to be a little tricky. I mean, his dragons are essentially incompetent. It's his Aerodactyl and Gyarados that are terrifying. Wow, triple miss. The problem with Mega Beedrill, it has no defense. Uh-oh. Alright, we win. This guy literally cannot attack poison types. Alright, wing attack only does, like, not too much damage. I was essentially just gonna die if it used a, wow. If it used sky attack. Dude, I would have outsped the Alakazam, then I would have Mega Drained on Rhydon. Like, I'm fine taking damage there. Okay, I need to get rid of this now. It died to its own attack. Fury attack. Hey, that's my first move. $105.52. 13 resets, 5 blackouts. This was still a pretty good run. Like, I mean, yeah, there were those minor mistakes I made. And there was that incident where the hiker was apparently Bruno. I did first try Brock at level 15, which is very good. That is a very luck-dependent fight. And first trying it was really good. But the rest of the game, Fury attack really messes something up. Game time of 3 hours, 59 minutes. So let's go ahead and add this to the leaderboard. Alright, Beedrill. Game time of 3:59. Real time of 105.52. Level 64, 13 resets, 5 blackouts. We'll have to delete this run unless we can prove the hiker was Bruno. You know, I swear the text on screen said Bruno, so I should have paid attention to that. It should have said hiker. I don't think Scott has played Beedrill in Red, has he? I don't think he has. Anyway, we're about to put it in. Right as I predicted, in the E tier. It did slightly better than Raichu, though. Yeah, slightly better than Raichu. Because Raichu had to beat Brock with struggle. It did worse than Charmander, which is kind of funny. But funnily, this is honestly one of the better performances Beedrill can pull off. Because here's the thing, like, I don't think this Pokemon can cut off almost 6 minutes to get into the D tier with Moltres. I don't think this can... Maybe with perfect everything it can get sub-hour, but that's asking a lot, because you gotta first try Brock, and essentially get everything else to go your way. Yeah, Nidoran female didn't perform too great. Moltres sucked. It sure did. I mean, look at the other birds. Articuno's up here in the A tier, and then Zapdos is over here in the S tier. Alright everyone, thank you for standing by. I do appreciate it. This was a quick run, which is good, because I have to work on the back port for Crystal tomorrow, which I believe we're playing Mega Tatsugiri. Let me check. Yep, Mega Tatsugiri. That's going to be an odd one to do.